Hello, this is an English class. I was asked to prepare by Nat for my pedagogical practice 1. This is going to be a series of 3 mini classes, okay? And the topic is going to be verb to be. The group I'm working with are students from 3rd grade of a private school called Instituto La Anunciación. I have 20 students per class, and I teach them an hour and a half with each group for a total of 3 hours per week. Before we start with the topic, we're going to clarify some concepts. So the first thing our student says when we talk about verb to be is, oh yes, verb to be is I am, you are, he is, etc. But there's something important to clarify. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they are pronouns. And the verb to be is are, and is. So with this information cleared, we need to remember that for the singular pronouns we use is, for the plural we use are, and the only exception is the second person, that is you, but we also use are. And in the first person that we will always use am. Now, this is the first activity guide that we will use. As you can see, there are some bees, and each bee has a flashcard with a pronoun. So what you have to do is to match the correct pronoun with the verb to be. So the verb to be are the sunflowers, are, and is, and these are the pronouns. So what we do is that we make a line between the pronoun and the correct verb. After you do that, you need to write down in the box corresponding to the pronoun. So in this case, is they are. So I come here and I write are. We will do this activity alone to make sure each student understands the correct use of the verb to be with different pronouns. Now, I am an English teacher. This is a sentence using the verb to be in the affirmative form. Now we're going to have an example with Carol. Keep in mind that Carol can be replaced for she. So Carol or she is a student. Then we have Shakira. Shakira is a singer. Then we have El Pibe Valderrama is a soccer player. And finally, Carlos and Paula are happy. Keep in mind that Carlos and Paula can be replaced by the pronoun they. This is how we form affirmative sentences. So if you can see, the structure is very simple, or the order of the words. We first have the pronoun, then we have the verb to be, then we have a complement. And it works the same for all sentences. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the correct combination between pronoun and verb to be. If you have any questions at this time, it's important for you to clarify. Now we're going to see the negative form. So, to form the negative in English, what you do is that you write the structure not. Okay, in the case of the first pronoun am, I say I am not. Then for the pronouns that use is, we have isn't, and for the others that use are, we have aren't. So we're going to check how does it go. We'll say, I am not an English teacher. Carol isn't a student. Shakira isn't a singer. El Pibe Valderrama isn't a soccer player. Carlos and Paula aren't happy. If you can see, the structure is the same. The only thing that changes is this, the verb, that now you will have to use a negative form for that one. Now, what I want you to do is to practice both affirmative form and negative form by working in groups of 3 and write a sentence in the affirmative and negative form with the verb to be.